already we have discussed about 6 years of writing, and so far we have done 2 exercises, one on content and ideas, another one is on organization. Now, who can tell me what we have discussed in content and ideas?
Can you repeat again, sir, what you told?
I'm talking about 6 years of writing. Have we discussed content and ideas?
Yes, sir.
Have we talked about did we do one exercise based on vacation, holidays?
Yes,
I
sir.
forgot anything.
No, sir.
We did it.
Varsity.
And second thing was organization. We were working on Jack and the Beanstalk. Have we?
Yes.
No?
No. But I have read this.
Okay, so when we talk about content and ideas, it has to be focused on one single idea. That means if you are asked to write something about your holiday, it all has to be about the holiday, nothing out of the content, right? So we have done one exercise how to keep your content in one place, and second one was organization. In there we have learned that when you are writing something, your writing is what type of writing it could be. It could be descriptive writing, it could be story, narrative writing, it doesn't matter. It has to be for the reader easy to follow. If you wrote something and the reader cannot follow it, that means you have a problem in your organization. And second thing, it has to be organized. If it is more than 150 words, it has to be organized in at least 5 paragraphs. Okay. Now third thing, today's one is sentence fluency. Now let us talk about sentence fluency today. Look, I have wrote some questions here. Is my story easy to read? It doesn't matter whether it's a narrative writing or descriptive writing. That is the first question should come to your mind. Second one, do my sentences begin in different ways? Does it start in different way? I have brought one example, you will see. And third thing, did I use some long and some short sentences? We have already talked about different length of sentences, including simple, complex, and compound. Okay. And the last one, does my story sound smooth as I read it aloud? So if you read to yourself, does it sound smooth? Now, before we go into the exercise, this is one thing I wrote here. You will see, if you even notice this one as well, every sentence starts in the same way. It doesn't have any variation. So do you think this writing has the sentence fluency characteristics in them? I don't think so, right? Now listen to one story. I am reading one story, and then we will see how we can change it in another way. Okay. For example, it is about a horse. My horse is white. He has one blue eye and one brown eye. Maybe he's wearing contact lens, right? He is friendly. He likes when we brush him. Do you know what does brush him?
Yes, sir.
Wash the hair. Yes, very good. He snuggles his nose into us when we brush him. Snuggles means he pokes with the nose. Okay. Did you notice that when you touch the horse, it does that? He is fun to ride. He is my horse and I am glad. This is, if you notice, except the first sentence, every single sentence started with he.
Yes.
He has one blue eye. He is friendly. He likes. He snuggles. He is fun. He is my horse. Is there any variation? Do you think the sentences has fluency? Now look. To make it more interesting and more detailed, we can write this one this way. My friendly horse, Flash, has one blue eye and one brown eye. This majestic white creature loves when I brush his soft coat. I can tell because he snuggles his nose into me and whinnies. Whinnies, you know? Whinnies make that sound. He also loves to race through the cornfield behind our barn. Whoosh! Flash gallops through the stalks like a NASCAR racer. flying around a speedway. You know what is NASCAR? You haven't heard about NASCAR? It's a racing track, car racing. I clutch his mane and shriek with laughter. He is a wonderful horse. See the two different way of representing the same thing. One is talking about the horse, and second one is also talking about the horse. The first one had similar length of sentences, no variation, and it was not fun to read, was it? But the second one, it was added with more detail. That is number one. It was made to be more interesting for the readers, right? Now, this is what sentence fluency is. If you are writing something and if it doesn't have these qualities, if you keep those questions in your mind, you will see your writing has some sentence fluency. Now it is your turn to do the exercise. Here I went to school, I went to all my morning classes, I ate lunch, then I went to my afternoon classes, I got some homework, then I went home, then I ate dinner, then I did my homework, then I went to bed. Sounds like your kind of sentences, right? Now you have to change them, add more details, and try to make the writing for the reader so they will find that characteristics. Sentence fluency. Question? No? Let's turn it off.